Wasteland Weaponistics, Episode 47, The Broadsider. The Broadsider made its first appearance in Fallout 4 and has reappeared in just Fallout 76 at the time of making this video. So what is the Broadsider? Well, according to Fallout 4's loading screen, the Broadsider is the answer to that age-old question, would it be fun to walk around and shoot people with a portable naval cannon? Yes it would be. The Broadsider has to be one of the wackiest weapons ever to be introduced into the Fallout series. The Broadsider is an old black powder naval cannon from the 1820s, according to the date on the barrel, that has somehow been put into a makeshift mechanical contraption, allowing an individual to use a weapon that is normally meant for artillery crews. It is an extremely powerful weapon, only rivaled by the Fat Man, at least in Fallout 4. Trying to make sense of the Broadsider is a fool's errand, because it doesn't make any sense. There is no logical way this would work. The recoil generated by this weapon would kill you if you tried to hipfire it. Also, the way the Broadsider is loaded is far too quick and easy compared to a real-life muzzle-loading cannon, as all the player does is insert a cannonball with his bare hand, no ramrod, no powder in beforehand, and this initially made me think that this was a Fnatic conversion of a black powder cannon. However, Fallout 76 squashes this idea as you make ammo for this weapon, well, with gunpowder. Speaking of Fallout 76, there is another loading screen tip for this weapon, to add to Fallout 4's loading screen tip. It reads, the Broadsider is a naval cannon that can be carried around to shoot things with. Who doesn't want to shoot a rad stag in the face with a massive cannonball? So, obviously, the Broadsider is clearly for recreational purposes, as cannons have always been for in the US. Now, in Fallout 4, the way to acquire the Broadsider is from a quest involving the USS Constitution in an equally silly quest line. You do this quest line for the captain of this ship, a sentry bot known as Captain Ironsides. The quest is the last voyage of the USS Constitution, where you help the ship fly away as it's been modified with rocket thrusters. If you're wondering who came up with such a quest line, well, it was former Interplay and Obsidian Entertainment developer Ferret Boudoin, who left Obsidian to work at Bethesda. Well, actually, he left Obsidian to work at BioWare, and then he worked at Bethesda, and still works there to this day. I'm guessing he also came up with the idea for the Broadsider, but I have no proof of that. Now, for completing this quest, you are rewarded the Broadsider. The Broadsider has 2 attachments, and this extends to both games. Neither of these attachments make any sense, but who cares, this whole entire weapon doesn't make any sense. There is the lightweight barrel, making the weapon, well, lighter, and the multi-shot canister that somehow turns the Broadsider into an auto-loading cannon. But the reload stays the same, with the player inserting 1 cannonball, but yet you get 3 shots out of it. I don't know, some of you can try to make sense of that. Fun fact, if you put the quad legendary effect on the Broadsider, you now have the most powerful 6-shooter ever. For how you acquire the Broadsider in Fallout 76 is, well, off of random mobs. There is no quest that directly rewards you the Broadsider, nor is there any location that spawns the Broadsider. However, there is a unique Broadsider that is not acquirable in Fallout 76. It belongs to the female mole miner, Murga, or however you say her name. As you see in the back of her store, there is a Broadsider with a large boxing glove shoved into that. What she uses that contraption for is up to you to figure out. And you're probably asking, why are there so many naval cannons in the hills of West Virginia? And all I have to say is they make an excellent gift for your loved one, as...
Get that bitch a cannon. Bitches love cannon.
Now, with the fact that the Broadsider can spawn with any number of legendary effects in Fallout 76, you'd think this would be an incredibly powerful weapon to use, like it is in Fallout 4. Except it isn't, as Fallout 76 is probably one of the worst balanced video games ever to exist. Most high-damage single-shot weapons tend to lag so far behind small rapid-fire ones, like 10mm pistols and combat rifles, that the Broadsider is very, very rarely used. It also doesn't help that the Broadsider was glitched for about 3 years, to where it did next to no damage. and has only recently been fixed to be a mediocre weapon. And that will be all for the Broadsider. Or will it? As for in the files of Fallout 4, there is a secret Broadsider. You see, in the files, there is this Broadsider that's called Nuke, or something along those lines. It is a Broadsider that launches what looks like an intercontinental ballistic missile. Why it's here, I don't know. I'm guessing it's one of the devs who was playing around with the creation engine, and it happened to get left in the files. Alright, now this is the actual end of the video. See everyone next time. I know this one was kind of short, but there's not really much lore on the Broadsider. It's just big naval cannon that you walk around with. Alright, see everybody later. Bye.